Attention is a currency of the modern age. In the era of the digital world, we are not merely paying with money, we pay with something much more valuable: our time and energy. The truth is, your attention is one of the most powerful assets in your life, and everyone is after it. From the moment you turn the internet on, all the influencers, companies, and businesses are fighting to take your time. And the truth is, it's not hard at all. Humanity has reached the point where society becomes so brainwashed by the endless stream of content flooding in from every direction that we're giving away our attention for free. It's actually easy to capture the attention of people who don't have meaning, who don't know where they are going, because when a man lacks a deep sense of meaning, he distracts himself with pleasure. This video will help you rewire your consumption and save yourself from years of mindless chase for dopamine. In the era of social media, content addiction isn't a rare thing. In fact, it became so normalized that the screen time of an average teenager is more than 8 hours per day. The content that most people feed themselves on a daily basis is an absolute brain rot. Meaningless TikToks and shorts that only drain the energy and give nothing in return. The truth is that creators of this type of content are highly aware of what they are doing. They have a deep understanding of human psychology, specifically how to exploit the brain's craving for instant gratification. They know that such videos are a massive dopamine spark, and even though an average viewer feels bad after consuming it, he will still come back and scroll again because of how highly addictive it is. This meaningless consumption puts viewers into a loop from which there is no escape. They lack meaning in life, so they pleasure themselves with brain rot content, which leaves them with even more brain fog and lack of meaning. It's scary, but it's true. Most people will never escape this trap. Think about it. Social media brain rot is really killing human curiosity and willingness to evolve. Once, when we were kids with no phones, everything seemed to be interesting. We wanted to know every little detail about everything that captured our attention. We went from being passionate about everything to not caring about anything. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everything on the internet is a waste of time and you should throw it into the trash anytime soon. In fact, it would be pretty impossible in the digital world we live in. What I mean is, you should be conscious of what you consume and treat your energy as a current. There is a reason why it's called paying attention. You are paying the creator of certain content with your time and energy, and in return, you get either educational or entertainment value. In reality, an overwhelming majority of content is what we can call a fast food social media diet, which in big doses is not only meaningless dopamine chase, but also a kill of the brain's natural curiosity to learn. The more you watch dopamine spark videos, the less you want to learn meaningful things because they don't put you into that state of instant gratification. The first step in rewiring your consumption is intentionality. Instead of giving your attention for free, think about what you are going to get in return for that deal. Ask yourself, is this content enriching me, or is it just feeding my curiosity and satisfying a temporary need for distraction? By being conscious of what you take in, you can begin to reclaim that sense of wonder and shift your focus from shallow entertainment to deeper, more meaningful learning. But the truth is, just trying to be intentional won't be enough in most cases. Content addiction becomes so high that cravings for instant gratification can be much stronger than the need to filter what you consume. That's why you need to add moments of silence into your life. It might feel like an unnecessary waste of time, but think about it. When was the last time you let yourself sit down with your thoughts alone? It sounds like something very simple, but in a world where we are constantly plugged in, it can feel like something almost unnatural. We've become so used to constant stimulation that silence, or even just a momentary pause, can feel very uncomfortable. So, try it yourself. Pause the video, set the timer for 2 minutes, and just look at any spot you pick on the wall in front of you during that time. At first, your mind will probably freak out, trying to fill the silence with random thoughts or even the urge to check your phone. That's perfectly normal. But as you do this more often for longer periods, just sit there, doing nothing, you'll start to notice how rarely you give your mind the chance to just be. By sitting with this discomfort, you're training your brain to break free from the constant need for stimulation. You're teaching yourself that it's okay not to be endlessly entertained, and you're giving space for your thoughts and ideas to arise, which would have never happened in the state of instant gratification. Remember, in order for magic to happen, you need to give it space to exist. The moment you set your brain free from constant stimulation and let it come up with new ideas is the moment when your life truly starts to evolve. Realize that the whole point of the human race in itself is creation, not mindless consumption. So, use the power of your mind and transform that arising thoughts into something tangible in the physical world. It can be done by any type of creative work that pulls your brain away from passive consumption and guides it toward active creation. It can be anything: writing, painting, designing, crafting, or making music. As long as you're shaping ideas that arise in your head into something real, you won't get to the point where you say to yourself that your life is meaningless. Rewiring your consumption, however, isn't just a mental process, it's also physical. Human minds and bodies are deeply interconnected, which means that physical movements directly influence thoughts and emotions. If you sit still all day, it's no wonder that your mind craves some form of entertainment, often going for cheap dopamine hits in the form of social media or other digital distractions. As soon as you replace that with earned dopamine, achieved through physical activity that truly brings you satisfaction, everything starts to shift. The whole point of exercising isn't to just look good or have a healthy body, it's something way deeper. When you practice a sport that you are truly passionate about, that's probably the best mental therapy you can ever give to yourself. Creative work connected with physical activity is truly a cheat code for having a meaningful and fulfilling life. The same as you can get stuck in a loop of mindless consumption, you can hack your mind and body to become more and more energized to the point where your vibrations are so high that you no longer need to consume any form of content. Lastly, in the era of digitalization and artificial intelligence, it's pretty easy to lose a sense of humanity. We tend to direct our attention everywhere we look, but not to the other people. And don't get me wrong, it's not about being crazy popular and having a ton of friends. It's about not replacing real emotions that come with interacting to another human with cheap dopamine that comes with social media. In conclusion, your attention is one of your most important assets, and in today's world, everyone is after it. Whether it's social media platforms, advertisers, content creators, or even apps designed to hold you in a loop of endless scrolling. The currency of the digital age isn't money, but attention, and those who control it shape what we consume, how we think, and even how we feel. Even though we are conditioned to fail in this world by being so brainwashed by modern technology, there is a way out. When you control where you place your attention, you control your life. If you want to succeed, get rid of anything that takes away the power of your mind, because that's exactly what is keeping you stuck and is denying your evolution.